What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the yoga clinic. Today we're going to be doing a short, quick, fun little power flow. No props needed today. I always have my blocks with me, so you're welcome to grab them if you like. Otherwise, I'll meet you in a seated position on your mat whenever you're ready. Okay, so let's start off by getting comfortable. Comfort is queen here, as David G would say. We'll lean forward, pull the booty meat away from our sits bones, and then come and sit back a little bit and then forward, just to make sure that your spine is straight. And you can adjust the head back a little so it sits right on top of your spine, like a strong rod of bamboo. We'll roll the shoulders back and down. And then we'll take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale through your nose. Pause at the top and exhale, release it. Do that 2 more times. And each time I want you to think about arriving a little bit more, becoming more present on the mat. Maybe that means letting go of something that you don't need for the next few moments. And then you can let the breathing return to normal. Just noticing what you're bringing with you onto the mat today. And it's fine. Whatever you're bringing onto the mat is your reality today. And so that's where we start. For today's class, I invite you to set the intention to get out of the mind a little more and into the body a little more. And so to start off class, I will offer you the mantra. On the inhale, we'll say to ourselves, out of the body, out of the mind. And on the exhale, into the body. Out of the mind. Into the body. Out of the mind. Into the body. You can keep going like that if that resonates for you. Or maybe there's another mantra that's calling to you today. You can keep your eyes closed. We're going to begin to make some circles in a clockwise direction. So leaning forward, leading with the shoulders and head, and then rocking back onto the sits bones. Making big clockwise circles, compressing your hip flexors. And you might let the neck tag along here, making some circles with the head. Let's just complete this round and then come back up to sit. And we'll inhale. I want you to think cow pose here, pressing belly forward, lifting up through the sternum, maybe up through the nose, and then drawing your shoulder blades back and down. And then exhale, round the shoulders and begin to walk your hands forward, bowing over your legs. Let the forehead come towards the floor. And then inhale, I want you to think, again, cow pose, so spinal extension. We'll lift up through the crown of the head and back through the tailbone. And then exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands in towards your body. And then take them behind you. Roll back a little bit onto the back of your pelvis. And then come back more than you want to. So that spot where it feels like you might roll all the way back, see if you can hold right there. And then bring the hands behind your ears, not behind your neck, behind your ears, elbows wide. Ooh, so it's a lot of work in your core already just to hold this position. We're gonna inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna go back a little more. Ooh, try not to roll back. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, rotate your body to face the left. And then exhale, go down to that spot again. Try not to let your feet lift. And then inhale, come back up. Rotate towards the other side. And exhale, go down. Press down into the heels. Inhale, come back up. And then switch the cross on the legs on your exhale. Hands come to the knees. We'll inhale, switch the circle. So we're going counterclockwise now. Again, leading with the heart. You can close the eyes and maybe take your head along for the ride. Big circles across the bottom of our body. And then finish up that round, no rush. I'll meet you in a comfortable seat and then we'll inhale, find something like cow pose. So just spinal extension, lift the chin, shoulders back, puffing out the heart. And then exhale, bow, walk your hands forward and let the forehead melt down towards the earth. Inhale, look forward. Maybe you can crawl your fingertips forward a little more, creating more length along the spinal column. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Head towards the floor. Inhale, walking it back in. Taking the hands behind you again, uncrossing the legs so that the feet are in front of you. Take the hands behind the ears. We're just going to do this one more time. I know it's not that fun. Sit back to that place of discomfort. We'll inhale. Exhale, can you go back a little more and keep your feet down? And then inhale, come up. And exhale, we'll rotate to the left again. And go back. And then inhale, back up. And twist, long spine. And go back, exhale. Pull your back elbow behind you. And then inhale, come up. Untwist. Hands come down by your sides. Hip flexors are probably talking to you. Let's make them talk a little louder. Navasana. Knees can stay bent for this one, not a problem. And hands can stay down by your sides because this is already a lot of hard work. Let's pull the shoulders down and away from our ears. Pull the low belly in and then up. And then let your face relax. Maybe you can smile your toes. Flointing, this is called. Floint your toes. And then maybe you take the hands forward. Good, and let's go down to low boat. And when you go to low boat, I want you to think about that spot that we found that's right where you're about to lose control and see if you can hold there. Belly stays in. Shoulders stay down. Floint. And then come back up. Good, cross up the ankles. I'll meet you in a tabletop position. And probably a nice cow pose here, regular style, will feel really nice. So let's take that. Inhale. Think about spreading your sits bones apart. And then exhale, think about drawing them together and tucking the tailbone under. And maybe you can imagine tailbone towards forehead, forehead towards tailbone underneath you. Inhale to neutral spine. And then make sure your hands are flat here. So our hands evolved from feet, right? So you can imagine that this spot between the pointer and the thumb is like the arch of the foot. And that's where our weight should go. So when we're on our hands, we want to think grounding down through the little J and then spreading the weight out from there across the ball of your hand. And this is going to ensure that your hands are flat, and it's also going to ensure you're using all the muscles of your hand and wrist, and it'll protect you from getting wrist injuries or overuse injuries. Good, so from here, big wide hands, let's make some circles with the wrists. Doesn't matter which direction you start, just remember that we're gonna switch it up. And you can put as much or as little weight on your wrists here. So if you're already working with a wrist injury, maybe a good idea to stay back a little bit. So you're taking less weight off of your wrists by making circles back. So your wrists are less flexed. Or if they're really cranky, just skip it. You know, you have to listen to the signals your body sends. So if it's pain, then don't do it. If it's something like, yes, I need this, then proceed with caution. We want to make this therapeutic. We never want to make yoga an exercise in hurting ourselves. That defeats the purpose. Good. Come to center. Let's take the right leg behind. Tuck the toes under. Press the heel back and feel that right leg engage. Suck your belly in. Knit your ribs towards your midline. And then keep everything the same. Just lift the right heel up towards the sky. Think about spinning the outer right thigh down. Belly stays pulling in. We'll inhale here, get long through the crown of your head, shoulders down. And then exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Round your back so that the shoulder blades protract, they separate. Hollow out the low belly so you have more space to bring the thigh in even closer towards your chest. And then tuck the left toes and extend the left knee into a hovering plank. Take another breath here. Don't hold your breath. Suck the thigh in closer on your exhale, and then drop the left knee back down and extend the right leg back. And then this time, step it behind your left leg, press back through the right heel, and then peek over your left shoulder. So we're in this big lateral flexion of the spine. You can take a peek at your left butt cheek. Just check it out. Press back through the right heel. Get a little calf stretch in there. And then listen up. We're going to bring that right knee down. Allow the legs to split so that you have room to sit your butt down. Nice and slow. Walk the hands back. Sit down. Like Gomukhasana legs, because it is. And then we'll inhale, arms up. And we'll exhale, side bend towards your top leg. So we're going to side bend over to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands down. Come back up so that your toes can tuck. Lift your knees, and we're going to unwind to the back of the mat. So walking over towards the right, the legs will uncross. We're in a wide-legged stance here. We'll find some spinal extension and flexion here. Let your knees bend a lot. Inhale, find something like cow. Again, lift your nose, and maybe you can look down at the tip of your nose. And then exhale, lift your hips, and let the crown of the head fall. 2 more like that, inhale. And here on the inhale, let the shoulders depress away from your ears, the sides of the neck, nice and long. Exhale, lift your sitting bones, pull your belly in, and turn your inner thighs behind you. Last time, inhale. Exhale, fold. Knees can stay bent. Let's inhale and step the right foot between the hands and the left foot back. Drop the left knee down. Inhale for high lunge. Squeeze your back butt cheek. And exhale, ooh, a little crack there, hands to heart. We're going to kickstand our left leg behind us, finding gate pose. This left arm is going to come to the back of the mat. Front leg will straighten. Keep your toes pointing out in front. Lift your right arm up and over. Good. Press the hips forward. Open your chest. And then let's come back up. So crawling the fingers forward, rebend the right knee, and we'll find a small little side angle pose. This time left arm reaches up and over. And then again, crawl the hands to the back of the mat. Let your right knee straighten, gate pose. Inhale. Exhale, transition back to the front. And then inhale, little side angle. Arm can be up, arm can be overhead, doesn't matter. Back to the back. We'll inhale, find gate. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, open up. And exhale, frame your right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, plank pose, inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Turn the eyes of the elbows forward and let your elbows move straight back so they hug your ribs. Inhale, your baby cobra. And then exhale, let's stay. Let the tailbone extend behind you. Let your shoulder blades move into opposite back pockets and the crown of the head grow nice and light. And then exhale, we'll go down. Tuck your toes, lift your kneecaps, lift your belly. Inhale, press up plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward tabletop. And exhale. One round of cat-cow, inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine. Inhale, neutral. And exhale, step the left toes back. So look what's happening here in the body. The core begins to draw in, the left leg engages, and we're going to keep everything the same. Just begin to lift the left toes off of the mat. Feel your left glute begin to grip. And then as you exhale, let the left thigh draw in towards your sternum and create more space across the chest and belly to make room for the thigh to get really close to you. Good, breathe here. Belly button drawing in and up. And then tuck the right toes. We're gonna move the right leg into plank. So the right knee bends, right heel goes back. Right knee straightens. Hold here. Pull the left knee in closer to you on your exhale. And then drop the right knee down. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, step it behind the right. Take a look back at your left heel and over your right shoulder. You can find some little bobs here, forward and back. Set your left knee down, let the legs split, and gently walk back, Gomukhasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift your hips, tuck your toes. Exhale, spin to the back of your mat. Inhale for your modified cow pose. Butt back, knees bend. Lift your head. Exhale, fold. Two more, inhale. Exhale, wake up those hip flexors. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, take the right leg back. Drop the right knee. Inhale, your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Lunge into your front knee. Squeeze your back glute. Feel the right hip flexor begin to open up. And then we're gonna move into gate pose from here. I'm just gonna switch so that my back isn't to you again. Moving into gate pose from here. We'll take the hands down and then walk them to the back of the mat. Kickstand your right leg behind you and let the left leg extend forward. Right hand to the, this side of your mat. The back, I guess it was the front when we started. We'll inhale the arms up, press the hips forward, and then exhale, crawl the hands back, rebend the front knee. Inhale, little side angle. Open across your heart. Exhale, walk the hands to the back of your mat. Inhale, gate pose, press the hips. Exhale, crawl back into your side angle. Inhale again. Open across your heart space. Look at your top thumb. And last one, exhale, back to gate. Inhale, exalt. Turn your heart up. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, open. And exhale, hands frame your left foot. You can turn the right leg back behind you. Vinyasa. Step the left leg back to meet the right. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Turn the eyes of the elbows forward so that when you lower, your elbows move back instead of out to the side. Shift your shoulders past your wrists so the elbows stay over your wrists as you lower. 90 degrees in the arms. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. Let this be a bit of a rest. Let's take the right leg high, three-legged dog. And exhale, cross the right foot behind the left so that your pinky toes begin to touch. And then shift forward into plank and come onto the instep of the right foot for side plank. So we got a staggered foot side plank. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips, and lift your top arm. Maybe you can lift that top hip a little more. And then you can challenge yourself by keeping the gaze up. We're going to extend the left leg forward. Let it hover. Flex the left foot. And think about sucking the left thigh bone into the socket. Good. And then set the left foot down, fall in triangle. Lift the right arm all the way up overhead. Maybe you can lift your hips up higher, making an arc with your body. And let the right hand come down. Shift onto the ball of the right foot. From here, draw your belly in. Separate your shoulder blades by pressing more into the mat. We're going to bend the left knee and bring it into the right tricep. Woo! Breathe. Suck your knee in, suck your butt in, suck your heel in, and then turn your right hip point down and your right inner thigh up. And then inhale, extend back, three-legged plank. And exhale again, left knee, right tricep, as high on the arm as you can get it. Good, bring it back to center, step it through. Left foot is between the hands. Warrior two with your legs, and then we'll move into warrior two on the inhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Back arm slides down the back leg. Right, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep your legs sturdy. Don't move them. Exhale, side angle. Last time, reverse your warrior. Inhale, think about hugging your midline. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior, hold here. So some people really don't like this posture because it hurts their back. And usually that's because they're back bending here instead of lateral bending. So I want you to think about pulling your right hip point back in line with the left so that your hips are open to the side of your mat. If you square hips more towards the front, this is going to turn into more of a back bend, but it's a crooked back bend, and so it's not good for your anatomy, hence the reason why there's pain. Press down into both feet to press all the way up through the arms and take it into side angle. Right arm reaches up and over. Parvrita Parshva Konasana. This bottom arm can rest on the thigh like me, or you can take the left hand inside the left foot, or even outside the left foot. Pull your pelvic floor muscles up. Good, we're gonna look down at the floor and find a thunderbolt pose. Coming onto the ball of the back foot. Yes, this front thigh is talking to me. Exhale the air out. And then as you inhale, coming into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana C. Say that 5 times fast. Think about pulling this right hip bone into the socket. Flex your right toes. And then inhale, thunderbolt, go back. Arms reach overhead, biceps by your ears. Turn your back quad muscle on. Exhale, inhale, stand up, extend your right leg forward. One more round like that, inhale. Exhale here. Inhale. Extend the right leg forward. This time we're gonna hold. Stand up straighter with your left leg. Now take your left hand outside of your right foot. You can bend this right knee if you need to. Right hand is to the right hip crease. I want you to pull it down and maybe slightly back. And we're gonna twist here. So taking the gaze out to the side. Maybe you can take the gaze behind you again. Front knee can be bent. It does not have to be straight. Maybe you can line up your collarbones here. Squeeze your left quad. And then inhale, look forward. And exhale, warrior 3. So the balance in balancing postures does not come from squeezing your foot squeezing the mat with your foot. It comes from the strength of your leg muscles. They're much stronger than the muscles of your feet. So you want to turn on the quad and imagine pulling the kneecap up. Skandasana. Let your right toes land at the back of the mat. Bend the right knee, straighten the left, hands come to prayer. Dig your left heel into the mat so that your left hamstring is engaged. Wide-legged forward fold. Right leg straightens. Let's turn the instep of both feet in so they're parallel. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Prasarita, Padottanasana, A. Inhale, look forward. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Tailbone goes back. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, long spine, long through the back of the neck. Take the gaze down the bridge of the nose. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Spin to the back of the mat. Frame the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Dandasana, inhale, Urdhva Mukha, up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhale through 2 nostrils, breathe in. Exhale, release heat. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, cross left toes behind the right heel. Inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale, Vashisthasana side plank. So the instep of the left foot comes down. We'll roll the right shoulder on top of the left. Press your chest forward. Press your hips forward and then take your top arm up. Good. And then we're going to extend your right leg forward. Not easy. Woo. And then set the outside of the right foot down. Fallen triangle. Left arm goes up and overhead. Then take the left hand down, come onto the ball of the left foot. Suck the belly in, separate your shoulder blades, and then bend the right knee into the left elbow. Hold, breathe. Internally rotate your right thigh bone. And then inhale, 3-legged plank. Back of the neck long. Exhale again, cross body crunch. Can you pull the knee in higher? Pull the knee to center, step the right foot through. Good job, everybody. Warrior 2. Open it up. Take a few clearing breaths here. Collect yourself. Out of the mind, into the body. Out of the mind, into the body. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep the front knee bent. Exhale, side angle. Press down into 2 feet evenly. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, hold. Keep the front knee bending. So often we're in uncomfortable poses. All we can think about is getting out of them. We're just barely hanging on to our sanity. Like, breathe, 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 breathe. Well, if you're breathing, that's a good step. But I want you to really feel this discomfort. Be present with it. This is all part of our experience as humans. There's suffering, and there's also joy. Can you stay with this? And then change, side angle. That's what we're looking to cultivate in yoga, is that equanimity. So when we're in poses that are difficult or poses that are restful, we have the same presence, a loving presence. towards whatever sensations are arising in the body. We're not trying to run away from them. Just like we try to bring this into our lives, staying present with whatever comes up, whatever emotions are there, whatever situations. Good, look down at the floor. Thunderbolt pose, come onto the ball of the back foot. Sweep the arms by your ears. Exhale your air out. And then inhale, stand up, take your left leg forward. Exhale, go back. Inhale, stand up, straighten your right knee. Exhale, go back. Inhale, stand up. Hold. Utthita Hasta, Padangusthasana. See if you can lift your left toes up a little higher. Good, and then we're gonna find a twist. So the right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Again, you can bend the knee as much as you need. Stand up taller through your right leg. Take the left fingers to your left hip crease and pull the left hip down. So when we lose our balance, our hip starts to hike. That's what causes us to fall over. So stand up tall, belly in, and then slowly begin to rotate your gaze to the back of the room and take your left shoulder with you. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, warrior three. Left leg goes back. Hands come to prayer. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Skandasana. Left toes land. Straighten your front knee. Bend the back knee. Dig the right heel into the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Both toes, the toes of both feet turn in. Let's take D variation. So the peace fingers will wrap around the big toes and your thumb tucks underneath. This is the Ashtanga traditional method. We'll inhale, find length through the spine, elbows are straight. And then as you exhale, pull your belly in so that the back stays straight. Elbows bend out to the sides and let your shoulder blades slide down the back towards your waist. Let the crown of the head melt, but let the sides of the neck be long. So we're drawing the shoulders out of the ears here. And then pivot to face the back of the mat. Hands frame the left foot, step the left foot back, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do all that again. One breath, one movement this time. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right toes behind the left heel. Inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, set the left foot down, fallen triangle. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, right hand down, ball of the right foot. Exhale, bend the left knee into the right tricep. Inhale here. Exhale, stay. Inhale, left knee to the center. Step the foot through. Exhale here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, thunderbolt. Exhale here. Inhale, stand up. Sweep the right leg forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, skandasana. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to the back of the mat, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, HA. Feet together. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, left toes behind the right heel. Pinky toes touch. Inhale, plank. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, right leg extends forward. Exhale, fallen triangle, left arm overhead. Inhale, left hand down, ball of the left foot. Exhale, bend the right knee into the left tricep. Right knee, left tricep. Stay here for a breath. And then move your right knee to center, step the right foot through. Warrior two, inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, thunderbolt. Exhale here. Inhale, stand up. Take your left leg with you. Exhale, twist. Take your left hip point down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, skandasana. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to the back of the mat. Plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Just kidding. Bring the knees down. That doesn't mean the work is over. We're not going to do that again. Ustrasana, camel. We're going to do 3 rounds of this, so there's no pressure at all to go for the full variation the first time. There's no pressure at all to go for the full variation the last time. You're going to take this at your own pace. So some people in camel pose do not use their adductors, so their knees end up like this. And so it can be helpful to place a block between your knees to remind yourself to squeeze and engage those muscles, and that's going to help keep the pelvis stable. For some people, that doesn't work, and they like to wrap a strap around their legs. You can take a belt. You want your knees under your hips, and you can take a belt there, so if the legs start to move out, they're blocked by the belt. If you feel like maybe this does not apply to you, great. You don't need any props. So stand on the knees. You can tuck your toes under. It doesn't matter. I don't really like to do that though. And let the tailbone be nice and loose behind you, but then find this gentle drawing upward of your low belly. And then from there, lift the back of the heart up towards the sky. So the bend is coming from your thoracic spine, your middle back. It's not coming from the low back so much. We want to find the length of the spine first. Lift, think chest moves straight up. Lift your chin, and then you can take the hands to your buttocks if you want, and then maybe you stay here and come back up. You want to make sure that you can breathe and that there's no pain in the lower back. If there's pain in the lower back and you go back anyway, obviously you're ignoring an important signal, and over time that can lead to some serious problems. So stay within your means. Let's take camel again. And as you begin to lift up through the heart, belly draws in, the hips will begin to move forward. Think lift, lift, lift. Lift through the sternum. Longer. When in doubt, get longer through your spine. You can come back up. Sometimes you get lightheaded here. Let's do this one more time. If you need to take a seat and take a break, please do so. This is our last round, Ustrasana. Do it safely. Reverse your steps, hands come to your butt, hips come forward over the knees, and then head's the last to rise. We'll sit down between the legs or on top of the heels. And just take a moment here. Hero's pose, Virasana. I'm going to take the legs out in front of us. Finding Dandasana, staff pose. Hands by the sides, toes flex back towards your face. Shoulders roll away from your ears and down. So it's not like we're pinching the shoulder blades. We're just gently rolling the shoulder heads back and down into the sockets. Flexing the toes back, legs are active here. We're gonna come down onto our backs, nice and slow. We're gonna find 2 spinal twists, one on each side. So we'll take the legs into the body, and then it's your choice. You can anchor the low body and twist from the upper body, or anchor the upper body and twist from the lower body. So I'm going to do the former. I'm gonna anchor my low body. So that means I come into the twist with the low body first, and I keep my knees in place with my hand. And so then I'm twisting from my upper body. I'm gonna roll my right shoulder underneath and work on getting the left shoulder down towards the floor. The alternative is to start with your arms in a T and then to drop the legs to either side. Doesn't matter which side you twist on. I'm gonna go do both. Out of the mind, into the body. One more breath here. Bring the knees into your chest. Apanasana. Give yourself a little rock here, side to side. We'll massage the low back. Other side. Last breath cycle. And we'll gently come out of the twist. When you're ready, you can take Apanasana again, or you can move into Happy Baby, grabbing outsides of the feet with your hands, or you can take peace fingers around the big toes. And then we'll draw the knees down towards the armpits or to either side of our body. And then there's different schools of thought here. Really, it just depends what you want to do. So if you let the tailbone round off of the mat, you can bring the knees down more, and that's going to put more stress in the hip flexors and move the spine into a flexed position. So if your low back is feeling kind of sore from the camel pose that we did, this might feel like a nice little counter pose. Or you can let the tailbone be nice and long along the mat so that the spine is really straight, if not a little bit extended in the low back. And then work on bringing the hip flexors down more. So it's gonna be harder to get the knees down towards your body here, right? Because your hips are farther away from, your hips aren't as over your torso. But either option's fine, and some people I know like to bring the feet together or like extend one leg and then the other, rock from side to side, and that's all welcome. This is free movement. This is gonna be our last posture before Shavasana. So I want this to feel like a good closing for you, that you've answered all of your body's calls for your practice today. And then when you're ready, we will take the soles of the feet down, let the arms open up to either side of you. And then take the feet as wider than the mat. Just let the knees knock a little bit. You can windshield wipe the knees side to side. And then walk the feet in towards each other. Let the soles of the feet touch, knees splay outward. Slide the feet away from you and open. And then we're in Shavasana. Take those little wiggles just to say that you did. And then find your way into stillness. Imagine your back body like a hammock, supporting all of your organs, all of your muscles, all of your bones, so that no effort is required. You can just relax down into the hammock, feeling supported, feeling safe to release here. To close our practice today, I'd like to share with you a prayer. It's called the Bodhisattva Prayer for Humanity. May I be a guard for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge for those who wish to cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for all who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles. And for the boundless multitudes of living beings, may I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and sky, until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened. My friends, this concludes our practice today. Thank you so much for showing up and practicing with me today, because remember, we transform the world by first transforming ourselves. So from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you, and I will see you next time on the mat.